I finally hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that means that it's finally time for the long-awaited texture packs, mods, and settings reveal that all of you have been waiting for. Let's get into that. So first for the long-awaited texture pack release. So first off, I think these are all the items that I actually changed the texture for. Starting with the fire, it's a bit different, and it's also lower, so it's not annoying on your screen when you're trying to PvP. It also doesn't have smoke particles, which in some situations is actually really helpful. And here as an example, I have it so that every single item has the old armor glint, which in my opinion just makes everything look so much cooler and cleaner. Then for the weapons, here's the axe and the sword. I have pretty much every single sword or axe have like a sharp end or edge, except for the gold ones because I just don't use gold tools often enough to actually bother making a new texture for them. Here's the carved pumpkin, so that there's no overlay, so it's not really annoying when you're trying to PvP. Here's the fishing rod. Also, it has no bobber. If I can actually manage to get myself. There we go. It's like I'm caught, but there's no bobber, so that's also really good. And then of course the shield. It's a low shield texture, so it also doesn't take up like half your screen. And then every single ore that you see here has a border. And then netherite is blue, just because it's like easier to find when you're netherite mining. Here you have like a cleaner water. I don't know, I just really like how it looks. It's like more see-through than the regular one. Then, and this is like purely for crystal PvP, but I removed the explosion texture, so it just looks much better. Which also works for TNT. Which, I don't know, I just like how that looks. So now here are all the mods that I use. Starting off with apple skin, just shows saturation, which is actually really useful in PvP if you didn't know. Clean view, which just, it removes particles that show up on your screen. Then clumps is optimization. Crosshair indicator, pretty much is a mod that displays when a player is in range of me hitting. Essential mod is a mod that allows you to invite people to your single player world, which is how I film my orbital cannon video. And it also allows me to change my skin in game. Then Feather Client's the launcher that I use. Gamma is how I'm able to toggle night vision and then set how bright I want my world to actually be. Then Iris is how I have shaders. Lightmatica is Lightmatica, it's a schematic mod. Lithium's optimization. Alilib is how Lightmatica is able to work. Minecraft is the game. Mod menu is how I'm able to see all of this. It's how I have this button. Then replay mod is how I get my replay shots. I know that flashback's better, but I'm just used to replay mod because I've been using it for a while now. And shulker box tooltips, pretty much if I have a shulker box, I don't need to open it. I can just hold shift, then it just shows me what's inside of the shulker box. And sodium's optimization. Buku armor HUD is pretty much how I see my armor durability. In World Edit is a mod I use for building in creative. And then wavy capes, I really love this mod. It pretty much makes it so that my cape, when I'm running around, it actually feels more alive. It's like actually moving around normally and not in like a block way. Zoomify is how I'm able to zoom in. If, for example, I see like my enemies, I can zoom into them, or if I see very important messages. You definitely should. Zyra's minimap and world map, that just allows me to have a world map, set waypoints or see waypoints, for example, where I died on a server, so that's actually useful. And then world map makes it so that I can actually see the world, like every single loaded chunk that I've been to. And yeah, that's every single mod. So for my settings, I use an FOV of 95. That's where I usually keep these settings at. If you want to copy them, I guess just pause the video. I'm not gonna explain everything. Shaders, I don't really change much about shaders. Then music and sound. This is what my sound is set to with headphones, and here's what I keep it at without headphones. And then for my actual control settings, I use a mouse sensitivity of 46 and a DPI of 800, then a sneak hold and a toggle sprint. And then for keybinds, I'm just going to slowly go through them. You can, I guess, pause the video. And then here are my accessibility settings. You can copy these down if you want. And then for my actual feather settings, that's a lot to go through, so I guess it's gonna be much easier. I just share it. There we go, so here's the code to my personal feather settings. I'm also going to put it in the description, I guess if that's easier. I think that covers everything.